What is up, everybody? Bobby here, the Nintendo Guru. Time for the breakdown every single week, Monday through Friday, every day in between. I take the top Nintendo stories of the day, talk about them, discuss them, break them down, give my opinions on them. So
here we go.
So with the talk of the next topic, I thought we gotta get into the mood. So listen, this news is coming out, right? I want to preface this with...
I use it the right way, Sean. I use it the right... Are you proud that I'm using the word properly now? Not preference? Preface? I'm learning, man. I'm learning. It only took me like 80 years to figure this stuff out, but slowly I'm learning words, and education are good. Be proud.
I want to preface this with, there are rumors abound, and I'm not sure what's true, what's not true. I just want to kind of get into this and discuss a little bit. Xbox. Man, it seems that like Microsoft and Nintendo are really falling in love with each other. This is madness. I remember when everything first started coming down, everybody kind of thought like, hey, we're going to get Banjo and Smash. And it feels like that's not even... Why were people even thinking about that? My understanding is, if things are as they are, this is crazy what's about to go down. So we're going to break it down into two separate stories. One being Game Pass. That's the first rumor. So there is a rumor that Nintendo will allow Game Pass to work on the Switch. The idea is that Microsoft wants to put Game Pass out there as far as it can. Very similar to, I've talked about this on If We Were at Nintendo, and Nintendo PlayStation Podcast, and Planet Nintendo Podcast, and everywhere that anybody will let me talk about it, I've talked about it. And I feel like Microsoft is treating their games very much like they treat Windows, like they treat Word and Excel and all that stuff, where like it can go on any computer, it can be anywhere, where you're going to buy it off of us. We're moving software. That's just how we're going to do things moving forward. And I feel like that's where they're slowly leading to. The idea and the understanding is you are going to, in theory, if this is correct, pay Microsoft a fee to be a part of Game Pass, right? And then when you get a part of Game Pass, you can then download games and play them for free, similar to like a Netflix or something like that, where you can play games that are in the cloud. Because Microsoft is pushing this cloud initiative crazy. This streaming service that they want to push is nuts right now. So the idea is you would do this. Now, my understanding is the one linchpin is financial things. Because here's the idea. Right now, Nintendo makes money. Let's just use this as an example. Guacamelee. Let's say that Guacamelee, Nintendo could sell that for $15. And they're going to take a percentage of that money for the $15, right? But here's Microsoft with the Game Pass, right? And they have Game Pass. Now, me as a Game Pass holder, why would I buy Guacamelee for $15 when I could just go into my Game Pass app and download it for free? My understanding is Microsoft and Microsoft will give Nintendo a kickback for each Game Pass that's sold. So each account that's sold to Microsoft, Nintendo will get a kickback on that. That makes sense, because now it's a win-win. It basically gives Microsoft their money, it gives Nintendo their money, and nobody feels cheated. And ultimately, it just grows this whole thing into a massive ontaking. And it's crazy to think that this is happening now. Now, here's the thing. Something like that, I don't see coming to fruition for a while now. I think you're going to have a couple years before that can even happen, because I think a lot of what that entails, let's be honest, a game like Forza, not running on the Switch, not going to happen. But streamed to the Switch, it's a different ballgame. But we're not there yet. You know, Nintendo has been testing streaming in Japan very frequently, just as much as Resident Evil 7 and Assassin's Creed Odyssey, both streamed in Japan to the Switch, worked seamlessly. From my understanding, everything that I ever read worked to perfection. Are we there yet? I don't know, but Microsoft might be very close to being there. What they are able to accomplish is pretty mind-numbingly awesome, to put it in a lack of a better word. So I think that what Microsoft is bringing to the table, what Nintendo is bringing to the table, we probably need a couple years before this actually completely engulfs. But why not test it? Why not try it now? And I think that's basically what they're going to look at and go, any games right now that you could play on Xbox and play on Nintendo, they could be a part of the Game Pass situation. But games that are like Microsoft exclusives, like Forza and stuff, they might become available later, but not right away. Which brings me to a couple of games that are apparently coming to the Nintendo Switch. 2 games, to be precise, Cuphead and Ori. Now, you sit there and you go to yourself, like, there is no way you're going to be able to play Cuphead or Ori on the Nintendo Switch. But apparently what's happening here is everybody kind of blew their mind, or had their mind blown, during the Nintendo Direct when Ninja Theory, a company owned by Microsoft now, essentially drops the bomb that, hey, Hellblade is coming to the Nintendo Switch. The first words out of everybody's mouth was, how is that possible? Microsoft owns them, don't they? Did they just buy them? How is this game coming here? Well, maybe, and then here's what people were saying, like, well, maybe this was before, because the game was made prior or built prior to Microsoft acquiring. Listen, Microsoft isn't stupid. If they're going to acquire, they're going to acquire everything. Past, present, future. So they're not going to go, okay, we're only going to take every game up to this point. They're going to go, no, we want everything. We want all the IP. If we're buying your company, we want it all. Same thing with Rare. They didn't go, hey, because you made those games with Nintendo, Nintendo has copyright claims to all those games that you made on the Nintendo 64. No, they took it all. Everything went. Except for things that Nintendo owned the IP to. Obviously, Microsoft is going to acquire Hellblade in this, I would assume. And I feel very strongly about saying that. So if that's the case, and Hellblade is showing up on the Nintendo Switch, it seems very likely that 2 more games are on their way over. That is the rumor right now. The rumor is that Ori and Cuphead are both on their way to the Switch. And man, if that happens, boom. I'm floored that these conversations are even happening. We are leaving the world of, hey, you have to own a Nintendo console to play all these games, or you have to own a Sega Genesis console. Like, that was the era that I grew up in. And in that era, it was kill or be killed, and it was, you pick your console based upon the types of games you want to play, and that was just the way it was. And now it just feels like you pick your console you want to play, and everything will wind up over there anyway. So just be patient, take your time, stuff will show up. It's happening. It's the world we live in. And the other twofold process to this is, if Microsoft allows companies or allows their games on the Nintendo Switch, it's a benefit to Microsoft fans where they turn around and go like, hey man, I love Cuphead. I'm going to throw a little more money at Microsoft, right? Like, give them a little bit more money, and now I get to play Cuphead on the go. Now I get to play Ori on the go. Fantastic. Fantastic. I'm blown away, and I'm so happy this is happening. If it's true, man. But fingers crossed. This is just amazing news. If it happens, makes a lot of sense. What the other rumors are saying, that apparently Nintendo and Microsoft have been meeting a lot the past couple of months, having a lot of meetings, working out a lot of things. You have Damon Baker now working at Microsoft. It's kind of crazy to see where this is heading. Crazy good, seriously, if you ask me. So we will see. So before we go today, I just want to know, let me know in the comments below, A, do you think this rumor is true? And B, how hyped would you be to be able to place Cuphead on the Nintendo Switch? Let me know in the comments down below. So that is all. Thank you guys for watching another episode of Nintendo Guru Daily. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, show me that you enjoyed it by slapping the like button down below, sharing it with all your friends. If you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button. Please, I'm begging you, help a brother out. Follow me, Instagram, Twitter, at Nintendo Gurus. That is all. Say it with me. Peace out, Preston.